Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello all, you're watching The Print. Joining us today is Rakesh Mishra, Director of CCMB, that's Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. CCMB has also been analyzing samples, positive samples of UK returnees, where 2 of them have been found positive with the new UK variant genome. So what do we know about this new variant? Fears are gripping that, experts have pointed out that it's 70% more transmissible. So what do we exactly know about this new variant that we're looking at?
So what we know from these samples that we have analyzed is that among 20 samples, 3 are UK variants, what we call as for a common person, and that there is no additional mutation in this. So it is only the UK variant, and nothing new has been added to it, and therefore we expect it to be very similar nature as what is known for this variant in UK, which is be more infectious and therefore more of a problem, because large number of people can get infected. It can cause another wave and so on, but at the same time it is not more dangerous otherwise, that the symptoms are similar to previous versions. Is not more dangerous in terms of death, so mortality is very similar. So and it is also possible that vaccines will be behaving the same way as with the other variant. So there is no other issue except that now this variant is here, which is fast spreader, so better we watch out for that.
Right. That's the thing that all experts are pointing out, including what you've said. First thing that I'd like to point out is 3 samples up until now from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh that you've been analyzing have been found positive with the new UK variant. So are 2 from Telangana and 1 from Andhra Pradesh?
Yes.
And also when we look at this being more infectious, we've learned a lot of lessons starting from April. So is it also important that we be extremely cautious at this point of time, or will we see a repeat of what happened earlier?
Yeah, that's a very important point. No matter what variant it is more efficient spreader, but we know how it spreads. This virus is spread with the help of people. It doesn't spread on its own. It spreads when the people are in close contact without protection, then only it is not spreading to the air, it is not through water, it is not through mosquito, there is no such thing. So we are, our behavior is helping it in spreading. So that is one thing that we should, so which means we also have the formula to win, which means no matter which variant it is, if we prevent the crossing it from one individual to other, we can defeat it, right. Which is wear mask, stay safe distance, and whenever you meet somebody, go out, always wear mask and do proper hand hygiene, and we can manage. Right. But even otherwise this variant has come, but if we are not behaving properly, even existing variants can create problem. Having said that, India's largest collection of this virus today, highest number of people after the US, which means there is a good chance that we might make our own variant sooner or later. And that will be accelerated if more and more people are continuously getting infected, and we are giving a field day for the virus. So we have to stop it by all means, which is by, if it requires not inviting guests, it requires not going to marriage parties, 6 months to 1 year is what we have to take care, and we can be other side. Otherwise, we are now facing today UK variant, tomorrow we will have yet another variant which may be even worse or better, we do not know. But then we are running the risk. That's the main problem of such viruses.
Right. Not all UK returnees have been traced yet. Several of them, their addresses have been wrong. States are trying to get them back on track. Is it also scary that, like we said, the fear with this new variant is the spread could be a lot faster than the earlier one? So is it also scary at this point of time that several returnees have not been traced yet?
Yes. See, people are coming for several weeks. It's not that only the flights are stopped last week. We are testing, tracking. I understand that 150 people are not traceable. Their numbers are not correct. And even if we trace them, it's too late. They already have interacted, and spread is there. So now we need to do a large scale testing. As much as we can do contact tracing, that is good. But do independently testing, and at least a certain % of fresh cases, let's say 2-3%, if good 5%, government thinks 5%, the center is planning that way. We should do genome sequencing and ask to what extent now this strain is there, in which part it is there, and at the same time we should always keep an eyes open that is there something new emerging in India. as I said, with a large number, and if it is happening, then we can control those things. So that is why now genomic surveillance is extremely important, and I think everybody is getting aware of that, and it will be able to handle better new emergence of new variants.
Right. Are we likely to see more samples in the future? It would, as of now, the number is 6. It could be 7 because 3 we have from 2 from Telangana and 1 from Andhra. So, are we likely to see more samples? NIV, CCMB, all of them have been looking at samples which are coming of UK returnees. So, going forward, the number could increase.
Yeah. Actually, to be very honest, I'm pleasantly surprised there's only 3. In UK, it is 60%. That if you count, we should have had 10, 12 by now. So maybe these people have come from a region where there were less of a new variant and so on. Maybe in Bangalore or Pune there will be more. But certainly hundreds of people have come. We are going to have a large number. It's not going to be 5, 10. It will be something like, from the beginning itself, it will be some 50, 100 or something. And they may have interacted, and we might see the secondary, tertiary spread by now. It's quite some time before this strain is going the rounds.
Right. As an expert, would you suggest that we get back to the old pattern of lockdown restrictions, because now everything's open, people are being asked to wear masks, but we see not many are also complying with it. So is it necessary that we get back lockdown restrictions like what happened in April, May at that point of time, a stringent rule?
It's not my domain of expertise, but as a citizen, I think lockdown is very painful. Painful for the people who are not having permanent jobs, daily wages. It hurts them a lot, and maybe the price that we pay for the lockdown, both in terms of life and misery, is maybe more than what otherwise handling the pandemic other way is possible. So my personal feeling is that lockdown is at the moment not necessary, but people have to take it in their hands, this matter. We can't sit and wait for vaccine. Vaccines are not going to help this pandemic, maybe future. So let's not wait for vaccine. Government will be doing its part. All that is fine. Even vaccine is good. For several months we are not going to see that, and no proper drug is inside. We are able to manage very well with whatever existing or repurposed drugs. Right. So most important thing is that we as a citizen make it as our culture that we don't expose others. Isn't it normal thing to not to put somebody else in trouble? If we are not wearing masks, we are interacting with people unprotected, we are facilitating this spread of this virus. That's what we should learn. Right. And if we do that, we make it part of our activity. After all, large number of us interacting, meeting people, healthcare workers are working, everybody is not infected. No, because they are taking care. Right. This is what people should learn. And they don't think that I will not fall sick. Or the other thing which I want to say is that even if somebody is infected, recovered, let's not assume that now it will not happen to me. It may happen in future, some variant may come. We are saying very rare, though we are lucky that no reinfection, but it can happen. So also, if somebody is not wearing mask, somebody is wearing, that creates confusion. So let's have the mask as our normal civic code for 1 year, and then we will do far better. Whether this variant or next variant, certain things is not in our control, but what is in our control we should do.
Right. So also when we talk about the spread and how this new variant could be 70% more transmissible, just to explain to our viewers, what does this mean for any person who is tested positive with this new UK variant? Such presence of virus in the nose or throat, could that mean the transmission could be a lot more when he or she interacts with the opposite person?
Right, yeah. So that's what, so like if a normal variant probably will infect 1 person on average, this variant will express maybe 2% on an average. So that means number goes very high. It multiplies one after other. And the reason it happens is this virus, everything else is same, but this virus somehow catches the surface of our epithelial cells and enters the cells more efficiently. So even a few particles reach, they find the destination, while others are not that efficient, so many of them may slip and not make it to the inside the cell. We've also seen that in the reports that people who are infected with new variants make more number of virus particles, which means they are shedding more, and that also increases the possibility. So these are two potential reasons why exposure to this new variant is more troublesome, is more efficient in spreading.
Is its behavior with the vaccine could be different, or are we still hopeful that this could fall in the same line of how earlier variant could behave with the vaccine?
As we see the difference, the mutations which will translate to difference in proteins, it doesn't look like any big problem with the ongoing vaccine programs. As I understand, Moderna and Pfizer have taken the sera from the people who have been vaccinated and seeing if that sera will inactivate this new variant, and it does. So that means vaccines are no problem. Vaccines in India like Oxford, Bharat Biotech, which are vaccine against the whole virus, they are very likely to be as efficient as to other variants.
Right. So also several other countries like Denmark, Australia, we have South Africa, which have also reported the presence of a new variant. So is it time that India should also check for passengers coming from those countries also, similarly the way we are treating UK returnees? Because it's like, it's not, there shouldn't be a delay in what we are looking at. So is it also necessary that those passengers coming from these countries should also be treated the same way?
Everybody who is coming, because we know they are coming from UK. Somebody coming from South Africa or from Kenya may be coming via UK. You don't track that much, right? Or may have got exposure to others. So the spread is such that anybody coming from outside, we should check very carefully and then see if there is a new variant or something, and then quarantine them in a proper way. See, we should look at the positive. If we manage somehow after the person coming, 2 weeks don't go anywhere. That's it. That's all it takes. And it can stop a huge burden and a huge problem of even potential lockdown. Imagine what lockdown cost to us. So I think this is very important that all those who are coming visiting from outside, they should be screened and seen and quarantined properly as based on those results. More important, even within the country, is just being repetitive, that we have a great chance of emerging our known new variant, because we have a very large number of people who are, close to 3 lakh people who are running infection, right? And that's what we know. Many of them, if you test with, they may be even more. So that means those many people, the virus is playing out, trying mutation. If something becomes more efficient, more beneficial for the virus, that will just start to spread. So our own people infection in different cities and villages has to be monitored so that the new variants are picked. And the moment it's picked, it should stop quickly so that it doesn't spread beyond. So we have to do this genome surveillance in a very efficient, organized way for 6 months.
Right. Also, we said there's a potential threat of the new variant generating in our own country, and unfortunately if that happens, how serious will the repercussion be? How serious will the consequences be?
Very difficult to say how serious. Maybe it will be good. The virus may be even more asymptomatic. It can be problematic. It can start reinfecting. the spectrum can be that bad. Remember, in May sometime we had identified a new clade A3I in India, which was around 40% in this part of the country. But at that time we knew that that was probably the clade that came from Southeast Asian travel. But we also knew that that virus is not going to be strong. It was thriving at that time, but it was slower based on the mutation that it had. When the A2A, which was in rest of the country, Gujarat, Maharashtra and all, when they started coming, this one disappeared. So anything which has more efficiency will slowly replace the other. So that will happen. Let us hope that something which is more infectious also becomes a problem for the vaccine or starts to reinfect. That will be a very big problem. That is why we should never take it easy, even if cases are going down, whatever it is. You don't know from where it will emerge again. Right. It has come from the bat or from where, from nowhere it comes. So here now we have lakhs of people already carrying the virus. So we are running a high risk, and we must be aware and take proper care for that.
Right. You've also suggested that all international passengers should be looked at as the same way, screened and all of it. When we look at these new variants, CSIR has also suggested that, in India only there are about 19 variants which are able to evade antibodies. In this particular UK new variant, have we found something like that?
Nobody has tested this. We identified it on Sunday. Others identified today is only Tuesday. It takes several days to culture the virus, right, and then see what kind of antibodies it can evade and all. There is no such study as far as we know. What has done been in UK with other companies, it doesn't evade known vaccines.
Right.
Yeah.
Quick last two questions if we're looking at. Also, when we see, a lot of people taking precautions when it comes to, they wear masks, they take steam. Do we have a pattern of this new UK variant? Similar precautions would also help people. Is that the advice given by experts?
Absolutely, there is no difference in preventing this. It's the same virus, it goes same way. Just that once it reaches the body, it is more efficient and catches more. Why stop it in reaching the body? That's what is the key, and that was other variants also. If you wear the mask, other person wear mask, there is no way this virus can go anywhere that easily and infect. So same method of wearing mask properly, hand hygiene and avoiding crowded places, closed environment, closed rooms and all is what is required. There is no difference.
Right. Quick last question. How many samples is CCMB analyzing right now? I believe from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. How many samples as of now are being genome sequenced? And also if you could explain, to our viewers, what exactly you look at when you genome sequence these samples?
So we were given some 40 samples from the people who visitors who came from UK and who were positive for COVID. We analyzed them. Few of them looks like either they were very high CT value or were false positive. So about 10 of them. So we didn't have to do anything with them. Remaining of the samples, 20 we have already done the analysis, out of which 3 are positive. 10 more we are doing. So that is the kind of number, but I'm sure this number will increase as they trace more the contacts, and there will be larger numbers that will come. And the way we do this is that when the virus comes and it is positive, the sample comes and is positive, then we isolate the viral RNA from this and then convert into a DNA, then take it to our sequencing machines, and you can either sequence the whole 30,000 bases of the virus genetic material, or you can go and look at specifically the regions which is unique for the UK clade, and you can get the answer whether you have a new clade or you have a new variant or you have the old one. So it takes couple of days and it can be done.
Right, and as samples increase, we do expect the new UK variant to be present in these ones also.
Yeah. Right now we are saying, let's say it's very, very small number, but at least say 15%. My guess is it will go only higher. It will not be less than that. Right.
Thank you so much for speaking to the print. So that's what experts advise. Just because the numbers are low or the caseload is less, the issue cannot be taken lightly. People need to be as serious as what they were in April. Wearing a mask, sanitizing and washing hands is absolutely mandatory. Thank you for watching the print. This is Rishika Sadam from Hyderabad.